Okay, so the green arrow went and we're starting our first phase. So this is Artesia heading towards the water, and they have their right arrow phase. Let's see how long they get it for. So presumably the reason there's no pedestrians is so that they can get more right cars to be able to turn during the green phase. So usually pedestrians will cross when you get a green to go straight across, but we're going to see why not. So right here, usually pedestrians will get to go, but we can see the arrow is kept. So the arrow is staying on, so that's why pedestrians can't cross. I mean, there's nothing geographic about this terrain that would prohibit a crossing. It's just regular corners on both sides. So geographically, you could do it. So it's got to be related to the phasing. So we're going over 60 seconds now with our green arrow. So he had two phases. He had the right arrow phase by itself, when the cars are turning left from Pacific Coast Highway, and then we get the right arrow phase with the green light when it's both traffic is going from Artesia and Gold across Pacific Coast Highway. So minute 27 still going. So we got the yellow light at 142 here. All right, 143 and it's done. So we had almost a minute 45, and now we have these cars going. Let's see how long we have to wait. If you're a pedestrian, you want to cross. Let's count. So starting at 145, we've had to wait. Let's see how long we get until we get a pedestrian walk signal. And we got to push the button. Okay, so you gotta push the button to trigger it. So presumably it would have started immediately, so let's presume that we crossed the other side. Let's go do that real quick. Oh, what's funny about this is you can see the car was gonna turn right on red, is that they can turn right on red there. It's not even no right turn on red. So pedestrians can't even cross, and they're able to turn right on red here. So you see he's looking for a way to go. Now he's opening, he's going to go right here. See that white car going right. So they're allowed to turn right, but pedestrians aren't allowed to cross there. So I had to cross over here so that I can cross the street. But you can see those cars are allowed to turn right on red. So very car-centric priority. So for them to be able to have a right turn arrow for a minute 45 seconds and right turn on red, I have to cross over here. Oh yeah, we gotta push the button. At the signal, if you don't push it, it doesn't give you an arrow. All right, so let's see how long we're waiting here for me to be able to cross. I think it's been at least 30 seconds. Obviously, it doesn't matter if the button's pushed because it's not my phase anyway. So if you want to cross from here to this side and there to this side, it only takes, 15 seconds to cross. Because the phases are, a minute 45 long, you have to wait over here for almost a minute and a half, right? So it's not fair to pedestrians because then you're just waiting and waiting. Those cars had to wait a minute 45, but then they got a minute 45 to turn right. Here I'm waiting a minute 30, and then as soon as I cross, I'm gonna have to wait another minute 30 to cross back again. You'll see. We're waiting for that arrow to go off. I think I had to wait a minute here, really. And there's our signal. So let's see how long it takes to cross. Oh, it's already blinking the stop. I better jog a little bit. I don't want to get stuck here. That one's a bigger street. That one took me almost 20 seconds to cross. All right, so now we're waiting at 4:47, or we're waiting. Push the buttons, make sure it goes. So let's see how long we gotta wait. to be able to cross back finally to the corner we wanted to be on in the first place. And you might say, why do I need to cross? Well, I'm staying on that side. My destination is on that side. So they just forced the pedestrians to cross 3 ways, and each time you cross, you have to wait, right? Whereas the cars turning right there, they have 3 chances to go: right on red, right turn only arrow, and then on the green and right turn arrow. Okay, should be my turn. So that was at least another 30-second wait here. I think it was 45 seconds. Already blinking, better jog. So that took at least 3 minutes to cross, whereas for the right-hand turners, at worst they gotta wait 1:45 seconds, and then they get, almost 2 minutes to cross. It's not equitable, it's not fair, especially since pedestrians are vulnerable road users. We're subject to the weather. We might be in a wheelchair. It might take us longer, it might be harder. They're in the cars. Why are pedestrians at least not equal? Why isn't it equitable? Obviously we don't want the roads for us, but we just want the timing to be fair. So just to sum it up, it seems like we should be able to have a button at least to push, just like the other ones, that makes a pedestrian signal and take away the no crossing signs. If there's no pedestrians, then give them the right arrow. If there's pedestrians, turn the right arrow off on the green phase and let the pedestrians cross. Thanks.